everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Front Row series. And today I'm in conversation with Honourable Minister of Power and Energy, Kanchana Wijesekera. Welcome, Minister.
Thank you for having me.
If I may dive into the questions itself, and on the electricity reform bill, which received cabinet approval recently, and it's set to receive parliament approval as well. So with this, we will see the unbundling of the CEB and also private sector participation, particularly in generation and transmission. My question to you is, what are the specific outcomes as a nation that we can expect, and as a consumer, what changes might we observe?
Number one thing that the public will expect from the reforms is efficiency and transparency and accountability. Once those three concepts are established from the reforms, you can expect the consumers to have that benefit passed down to them. Right now, we don't have a system where we have an efficient procurement system, transparent procurement system, or an accountable system, both from the CEB and the regulator. So both aspects will be in the new legal frame. So the benefit of that will be passed down to the consumer.
So there are many benefits, as you mentioned, but if you reflect on the historical context, if you look at 1998, we saw policy measures to unbundle the CEB, and then in 2001, we saw actual action taking place in terms of unbundling the CEB. But how can we stop ourselves from not repeating the same exercise, and what are the safeguards the government is currently taking towards so that we won't repeat that same activity that happened in 2001?
Number one is that we have worked very hard in the last 12 months to get this legal framework to where it is right now. And one of the clauses that we have included in the bill is that once it's passed in Parliament, that it will be implemented irrespective of who the minister is or whether he has signed on it or not after 6 months after it coming into effect. So the last time, the 2001 experience was that it was passed in Parliament, but the minister could not sign on it because of the dissolution of the Parliament. So we have safeguarded in that way, and I don't think there'll be any opposition to implementing something that is been approved in the Parliament. So we had to work on a very quick timeline to get this approved by Parliament by at least March next year. So we're working on that.
And also digitization, that's an important aspect of reform. So if I may ask you on what are the activities, or have there been any plans on digitizing the energy sector, and what are they?
Number one, yes, digitalization is important, not just for the energy sector. All across the reforms in the country, digitalization is something that we need to implement quickly. One thing that we have taken into account is for the energy sector, the petroleum sector, number one, to have the procurement system on a digital platform, and also to have the procurement for CEB also on a digital platform. And also now we've gone into systems where we have the data collection, data sharing, all that in one digital platform, so that all the data is shared not just between the administration and stakeholders, but with everyone else as well. So that is something that we are working on right now. But in order to do that, we also need to identify a lot of data that is unavailable, a lot of information that is not accurate. So we are on the verge of doing some forensic audits, dispatch audits, human resource audits needed to digitalize this whole industry.
That's great to note in terms of the digitization and also the safeguards that have been taking place. So thank you, Minister, for sharing those insights, and to our viewers, stay tuned for more insightful discussions such as this, where we delve into economic trends and also reform areas where we take you through on them and share it in a very simple format. So thank you.